Hello, I have more stories for you of God working in my life so that you can see how awesome He is and how real He is. If you just ask Him for help, He helps. So December 7th, 2017, I prayed for one of my sons who was facing a bully. And that same day, I believe even in the same hour, the radio played, "If you don't let the child deal with the pain and bullying, he won't learn how to face problems with a life lesson. If you go to the teacher first, he won't know how to handle it the next time." So I took that as my answer from God. December 11th, 2017. This is Nancy Lee DeMoss, so Moody Radio again. And there was a speaker who said one bad thing after another kept happening. So God said, "Now do I have your attention? I want you to do what I want you to do and not follow your own path." That's good advice. December 11th, same day, J.D. Greer. God said to Abraham, "I want you to walk away from all your comforts and securities and follow me." He had to believe God for the impossible. Following God means letting go, trusting Him to receive His blessing. We have to trust Him. God will teach you a lesson and revisit it later to make sure you truly learned. Are you pursuing an earthly kingdom or a heavenly one? Don't lose sight of the reason we're here. God only blesses you to make you a blessing to others. He didn't choose you just to save you. He chose you to make you an instrument of salvation. The more grace He gave you, the more grace He uses through you to bless others. There's no such thing as a follower of Jesus who is not actively engaged as a channel of blessing to other people. All right, we're on 2018. And let's see. So again, J.D. Greer. Ecclesiastes has been such an enigma for so long. Money, sex, honor is good, but if they become the primary place you seek happiness, you will find them empty. They are fleeting, but God's love lasts forever. Put your trust in Him. And then January 25th, feeling sin's guilt, asking God, what am I doing wrong? And today's daily Bible verse was Psalms 139, 23 through 24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. And I recently heard that when you're spending your alone time with God, it's good to read Psalms out loud to Him. I guess He really likes that, so I've been trying to do that in my quiet time with Him. February 20th, 2018. Feeling the need to post a verse, trying to decide which one to use. Read, "We know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose for them." Romans 8:28. Also listening to John MacArthur on Moody, and he says the verse at the same time I was reading it, so I chose that one. Joanna and Dixie commented, "This verse is exactly what they needed." Then the J.D. Greer sermon came on, and he also recited this verse. So that was 3 confirmations that was a good verse to post. I think I already read this one. I had a dream. Okay, here's a dream. March 16th or 17th, 2018. Dream about teens talking about demons and excited to communicate with them. Must have been like a Ouija board or something. And I talked them out of it. And then I woke up thinking, I know I have to get my testimony out. And that was kind of my last push that I needed to finally post it. And just reading through these to see what would be helpful to other people. Okay, J.D. Greer, April 19th, 2018. Zephyrus and Ananias, it's hard to pronounce. They loved money and the praise of people, so they lied about their gifts. You can't love money more than God and God's plan. A commercial came on, Moody Radio. Crown Financial. Start by planning and living on a budget. You will not be debt-free overnight. This is a lifestyle change. God does not heal everyone instantly. The closer you get to godliness, the stricter you'll be judged by your actions. That's kind of scary, isn't it? All right. This one, I woke up in the night after like almost begging God to help me with something in the night, and I heard him speak to my spirit saying, "I'll be with you." And that was so, oh my gosh, I remember that night. That was such a wonderful feeling, hearing him say that to my soul, "I will be with you." Let's see. Skipping down through these. I wrote a lot of things over these years, but they were all, just my day-to-day things happening, so they're not all. Okay. Mike Fabara's June 13th, so there's a big gap from April to June. Message: do to others as you want done to you. Just wait on the Lord. Urban Ministry, June 13. We are all created in the image of God. Even if one falls, treat others as you want to be treated. July 17th. Plan to talk with Chad today to figure out what to do about the house we paid for $300 for going to spread his dad's ashes. Chad had no personal leave, and he would have to go without pay for a week, and we can't do that. When we started talking, he handed me a letter about retirement he got in the mail. I opened it, and it said that we could cash it out because he switched jobs, and instead of rolling it over because it was such a small amount. He didn't work there for very long. And we were able to cash out $1,700, which covered the week perfectly. Then I saw another piece of mail that looked like a check, and it was from the hospital, an overpayment of $50 I put in the account, and was able to host dinner for this family friend of ours. And we only had $20 in our account that week. So God blessed us. He really taught us how to get out of the hole that we were in at this time. Over and over and over. He taught us to trust him, got us out of being in debt. It did take a few years, but he did it, and he reprogrammed our minds in how we spend. So it was a really good time for us, even though it was a hard time. Let's see. August 9th, so overwhelmed with work and my unhappiness in the position I was in. I went home crying, windows up, temperature set 106 on the car, no AC in the car. So upset I can't go home. Stopped on the side of the store, sweat dripping down my chest and face. The entire back of my shirt was wet, and I realized I didn't even feel the heat. There was no doubt in my mind the Lord was comforting me, and I felt nothing but his love. Praise God.